It shows clearly that Jesus calls whomever he wants, despite the obvious deal breakers of sinfulness and human weakness. It demonstrates categorically that Jesus is willing to risk the scorn and ridicule of the social and religious establishment in order to lift up the lowly. It illustrates abundantly that Jesus makes all things and all people new, worthy, sacred. You see, Matthew's call is not about Matthew, it's about Jesus. Likewise, our diaconal call is not about me or James. It's about Jesus. Sure, you might say, well, you said yes to the call just like Matthew did. But church, we all say yes, all the time, to a whole slew of things. Good things, bad things, completely insignificant things. Sometimes we say yes for all the wrong reasons. If either James or I had laid prostrate on that cathedral floor yesterday for our own personal motivations, because it made us big shots or we look really stiffy in these robes, or because we thought we deserved it, we would be, to quote St. Paul, no more than crashing cymbals and clanging gongs. Just so much noise to distract you from your cause. When you get right down to it, it's not how we say yes, or when we say yes, or where we say yes. It's not even necessarily why we say yes. But to whom we say yes. A case in point, and I pray that she doesn't mind, and I promise I won't be singling out people in the pews during homilies, all right? But my mother-in-law, Jackie Anger, is here today. When she and her late husband, Paul, got married, they made a sacred vow to God that they would accept as many children as he would give them. And in his infinite generosity, he gave them 15. All were raised on the single salary of a public servant, and all went through 12 years of Catholic schooling, and all had everything they needed. Say yes. And it didn't stop there either. They hosted exchange students, and they were foster parents for a succession of babies, one of whom they tried to adopt but were turned down because of their age. Yeah, like age trumps unconditional love. They said yes, not so that they could go on record as the most prolific parents in Huntington, Indiana, or so that they could be on the Today Show and magazine covers, or so that they could have a bunch of tax write-offs. They said yes, so that the love they had for each other could be made manifest in complete and unwavering cooperation with the God who loved them first. They said yes because they knew it wasn't about them. Now the reason I'm standing before you today, giving this homily, has absolutely nothing to do with me, and everything to do with Jesus. I'm still the same guy that I see in the mirror every morning, having just got out of the shower clean on the outside, but often drab and dingy on the inside. I'm still the same guy who, using the voice that you just heard proclaim the words of God, often curses in frustration when things don't go my way. I am still the same guy who, married to my wife, often fails in so many significant ways to be the loving husband and father he was called to be. But you know, church, Jesus called me anyway. Just as he is calling you today anyway, whether it's as a parent, a spouse, a teacher, a choir member, whatever. Jesus can make the worst of us, and ironically even the best of us, new creations if we can just say yes to Him. Just say yes to Him. Remember, it's Jesus who calls us, not the other way around. And while it's very true that He loves us just the way we are, He loves us too doggone much to leave us that way. Now, right after this liturgy, there will be a reception downstairs in the parish hall. If any of you are planning to come in order to do honor to James and me, please reconsider that. You have better things to do than that. But if you're coming to honor, praise, and celebrate the one who makes all things and all people new, church, let's party.